You are now listening to Sierra Unraveled, hosted by yours truly. I am a single mother who finally released myself from a toxic relationship with the help of God, of course, so I can pursue my wildest dreams. Tune in every week for some crazy stories, real life drama, and motivation to keep going. You got this.
Man, today calls for an episode. I feel like Rev Run right now because I'm currently recording while I'm taking a bath because first of all, I'm a boss ass, you know what? But also, like, why can't I do stuff like this? Because this is my show. This is my life. So I'm going to do whatever I want to do. I really wanted to play Pink Panthers, doo-doo, 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 the whole time, but I think I get in trouble for copyright infringement, so I probably can't do that. But I hope you're having a great day. I put the stupid jingle ball collar on my cat, and she's annoying me. I can hear her walking around outside. But anyways, I literally just walked in the door. I've been up since 6:30 and just going all day long. My best friend has been trying to convince me to start a vlog for quite some time now, just so you can see what my life is like every day, because I just wake up in the morning and I never stop. Like, I literally just go, especially on the days that I don't work. Even on the days that I do work, I usually am running around like a crazy person. Like, I have no chill. I don't know how to just sit still and not do anything, except for now, like when I'm trying to take a bath and I'm deciding to record a podcast instead, because that's just how I go. But I think that it's important that I need to start having like pastors on my show, or like other Christian people pep talk me through what I'm living through right now, because I'm in the middle of a custody battle. Yeah, the court order is finalized, but I'm trying to be a woman of God. I know I'm a woman of God, but it's really hard when you have this really big empathetic heart and you're used to other people walking all over you, and then like you have an ex-partner who's abusive, and you really want to give them benefit of the doubt and just keep trying to work with them, because that's what God would want you to do. That's what Jesus would do. But you also don't deserve to have to put up with that abuse every day, because it's not fair to you. Like, you deserve better than that. And honestly, if I didn't have a child with this person, I would have nothing to do with them, like, whatsoever, because of the kind of person that they are. It's a blessing that I had my daughter, because she's amazing, but to have her counterpart that comes with it, sometimes I'm like, Lord, I don't even know how I'm going to get through the day. So the other part of this is that I'm hoping that if I continue to record everything that happens in my life in regards to him, maybe he'll stop. So if you follow my Instagram, I made a post about how he's found out about my podcast, my ex that is, or my Instagram, whatever, which one. It's really none of his business. But I also said in my comments that, like, I know now that he knows about it, he's not going to be nice to me. Like, for the rest of this month, he's going to put me through hell. And literally, again, spoke it into existence, manifesting it. That's exactly what's happening. So after he confronted me about the podcast and told me I need to stop talking about him, I ignored it. And then when I went to pick my daughter up or drop her off that day, he brought it back up again. Like, you need to stop doing that. I'm like, I'm not doing anything. Like, I didn't respond to him. I just ignored him and handed her off as if he wasn't talking, because the kind of person that he is, he's very combative. He likes confrontation. He likes to argue. His ego takes over and he sounds like he's like belligerent, drunk, even though he's probably sober. It's just like, I don't know that person. He's awful. So it's like anything I say, I can't get through to him. Last night, he texts me and tells me that his girlfriend, his parents, or dad, whatever, just adopted 2 more children. And his girlfriend's going to be watching them full time, and she's also going to be watching my daughter as well. And he said that he was just letting me know that I won't have her on his days anymore, which they never were his days. Or the way our parenting order is set up, we are supposed to alternate. And if he's listening to this, I don't think he's ever even read it because he doesn't know what it says. But we're supposed to alternate every 2 days. I pick her up at 7 o'clock in the morning on weekdays, and then when he gets off work at 6 p.m., he's supposed to pick her up. And we alternate every 2 days. So let's say, it's so hard to explain, but Monday morning, I'd pick her up. Monday's his day. So Monday at 6 p.m., he'd pick her up. He'd have her overnight. Tuesday comes, 7 o'clock in the morning, I go pick her up. And then Tuesday's still his day, so he'll come back, pick her up at 6 p.m. again, have her overnight. And then Wednesday morning, I pick her up, and then I have her Wednesday and Thursday through both days straight. And then Friday, we start over. Now he's self-employed, so on the weekends, if he doesn't work or he has a random off day during the week or something, he can have her. That's fine, but he has to confirm that it's okay first, because technically during the day, during the week, it's my parenting time. Now, we haven't really been following the parenting order that much because I've been working this crazy hours at work, but I typically work in the evenings and I work on the weekends. And before I took this job, I went to breakfast with him after our daughter's doctor's appointment, and we discussed it, like, are you going to be okay with me taking this job? We don't have to pay for childcare. It's a win-win. She still gets to be with me during the day. And he said he was on board with it. He said that he was like, well, do whatever you got to do to get your money. But now that he doesn't like that, I don't know what's going on. I don't know his reasoning. I'm not even going to try and justify why he's doing what he's doing. I just know it's frustrating because this is the part that happened afterwards. He's been trying to push Kyla, my daughter, to go into daycare for some time now. And I'm like, there's no reason for that because I'm home during the day. Why would you want to pay for that? It just doesn't make sense to me. So I had told him that there's no reason that she can't be with me when I'm home. And I reminded him that I typically don't work during the week. So how is that fair? And he said, well, I guess we can go back to court then. This is the second time he's threatened court in my face this week or within the past week. And he said that his girlfriend's practically her mom too. And that she's been here for a long, long time before she even started walking, my daughter. And I'm like, okay, like you and I have joint custody, but you're still in violation of our court order if you try to enforce that. And he says the stipulation on you having her during the day was that you weren't working. Okay, I'll talk to my lawyer tomorrow and get back to you. My response, usually very subtle and ignoring most of his behavior, I just said okay. Then he continues to text me and says, if we want to be like that, then she can't go to the birthday party that you have planned tomorrow either, smiley face. Then he says that my daughter loves his girlfriend and that I shouldn't have a problem with it. And then he said, sorry if you're jealous or whatever. Like, first of all, what do I have to be jealous of? I'm so happy that I'm not in a relationship with you anymore. And I honestly wish I had a child with anyone else but you. But your girlfriend, what does your girlfriend have that I don't have? Why would I ever think that her relationship would ever replace Kyla in my relationship? Like, I nursed Kyla for 14 months. I'm her mother. I carried her for 9 months before that. Like, our bond is unbreakable. Nothing's ever going to get in between that. But now, because I'm not agreeing, or I didn't agree to what he wanted me to, he's basically saying that I can't take her to a birthday party, which he had already agreed to a few days prior. That's very manipulative. That is very narcissistic. If you don't know what narcissistic abuse is, I really haven't addressed it much on my podcast because I was really trying to do my best to not classify my ex as that, and he's never been diagnosed. And unfortunately, narcissistic people will probably never go have an evaluation done or get a therapist because they don't want other people to know how they really are or who they really are. But if you go back and listen to my interview that I did with Samantha Colin, self-love coach, she talks about this a little bit, about how narcissistic people operate and that kind of thing. So anyways, long story short, because now I'm babbling, but this morning I went to go pick up my daughter at 7 like I'm supposed to, and he said, okay, come pick her up. And then 5 minutes later said, never mind. And I was like, I'm already on my way. Then he says that he has the day off and that he's watching her, smiley face, go home and get some rest. And I said, per our court order, this is a violation. I'm supposed to pick her up at 7 a.m. You also previously agreed to allowing her to go to the birthday party and changed your mind once I wouldn't let you get your way. That's manipulation. Please bring Kyle out or I will be calling the police. And he said, sounds good. I'll be seeing you back in court, smiley face. And then I waited, and then I said, so are you bringing her out? And he said, no, ma'am, I'm not working as of our court order, just spending time with my daughter. Feel free to call the police. I have 50-50 custody, and we'll see you in court. After this text message exchange, I waited for the police to show up for almost 2 hours. Now, this isn't really considered an emergency situation where I could call 911, so I have to call non-emergency dispatch and wait for a unit to become available that isn't responding to more emergency calls to come to be present for the exchange. So I was doing just that. Unfortunately, they didn't dispatch anyone. So now I look like a fraud to him, and he thinks that I never called the police, and now I'm going to also have to deal with this for the next 30 days because he doesn't know how to let things go. So after back and forth with his girlfriend and some other girl who's been sleeping on his couch, which I don't even know who she is. Yeah, anyone at this point, like if you come into contact with me and you treat me wrong, like, I'm putting you on blast on my podcast because, like, this is ridiculous. Like, no one else is here to witness this. He had to bring his whole posse out to try and back him up, talking about he's such a good dad and all this stuff. Like, I never said he wasn't, ever. The only reason why I was there to pick up Kyla in the morning is because he told me it was okay to come, and then he changed his mind last minute. And then all this extra stuff, or not even just that, even before that. The reason why I was going to pick her up is because I knew he was going to try and pull some BS with her not being allowed to go to the birthday party today when we've been planning it for like over a week now. It's messed up. So the girlfriend wants to put in her 2 cents. The girl that's been sleeping on the couch wants to put in her 2 cents. He's saying that Kyla's only going to remember me like this and that I'm not being a great mom or whatever he said. I don't remember exactly. And his girlfriend called me insane. She swore in front of my daughter twice. I also told them both that Kyla doesn't need to be present for all this stuff going on. And she still was. And then all while this was going on too, she reached for me the first time. They wouldn't let her come to me the second time. She came back out with another one of his friends. Oh yeah, like COVID isn't going on, right? Another one of his friends comes over and tries to intervene in all of this and brings Kyla back out to me. And her diaper is soaking wet. And I'm like, first of all, her diaper isn't to the point, like she just went to the bathroom. You guys are like she's gone to the bathroom 2 or 3 times in her diaper. And you guys aren't changing her because you're so focused on maybe the cops are coming and what I'm doing parked outside. But you're neglecting what's going on with the baby. And my daughter's almost potty trained. Like, she's turning 2 next week, and we've been working really hard. She's gone poop twice on the toilet in the past week. I'm so proud of her. But there's no reason why her diaper should ever be saturated like that, even before her potty training. But she definitely tells you when she has to go to the bathroom, or you guys should be checking with her. But they don't think about that kind of stuff because most of them aren't even parents. So it's like, it's just a huge mess. So the afternoon comes, and I'm thinking like either A, he is going to tell me that he's going to drop her off and be not nice to me, or B, he's going to say that he's busy and that they're running errands or they're not home, so that way she can't go with me. Well, I was right. I'm always right. He calls me a few hours, like an hour before the party, and I don't answer because I'm refusing to talk to him on the phone at this point, because if I'm on the phone with him, he can say whatever he wants and he's going to act crazy in front of his friends, and who knows what he's told all of them, but they all think that I'm the crazy one because that's exactly what narcissists do. But he tells me that they're running errands and that they probably won't be back until after the party starts. And I'm like, okay, so she's going to be late? And then he's like, okay, whatever, I'll stop what I'm doing and be on the way. Be there in 15. And I didn't respond. And I'm like, well, if you would have just gave me here this morning like you're supposed to, you wouldn't have to be worrying about this. But you want to throw a whole temper tantrum because you didn't get your way. And now you have to bring her to me. Yeah, because you already agreed that she can go to this birthday party. And who are you messing up in all of this? Her, not me. So then when he comes to drop her off, he says to me when he's leaving, he puts her down and says, oh yeah, by the way, I'm calling the police again. Just to let you know. And then he shuts the door. I'm like, okay, stupid, petty, super annoying. Like, literally, why are you acting like this? What is wrong with you? And then you guys want to say that I'm the crazy psychotic one. Like, who does stuff like that? Like, he's not going to get over this. So then we're at the birthday party. He texts me about 2 hours after we've been there, and he says, let me know what's up for tonight. It's my day. I'll probably call the police if you don't have her back by 9. Now, thanks to the township for not sending the police officer dispatching like you're supposed to, because now I look like a phony, and now literally he's not going to let this down. And honestly, if they were so concerned about the police coming, or if he really thought he was doing nothing wrong, then why was he so concerned about the police coming? And literally before I had left the house this morning, he said to me that I can cancel the call to the police. They don't need to come anymore. Like, they were very concerned. So it makes me wonder, like, what is going on over there that you guys are really so concerned about the police coming or not? Like, I wish they would have come. They should have come. And they didn't. So after he tells me that he's going to call the police if I'm not back by 9, all I say is, okay. Then I said, I'll be there in 20. And then he's still going on. He says, okay, just call. You're no longer allowed on my property. I'm like, okay, how are we supposed to do the exchange then? In my head, like, okay, you just want me to throw the baby out the window and keep driving? Like, what the heck? I never come to your house really anyway. Like, oh, I forgot to mention too. By the way, guys, to my listeners, followers, fans, and you guys follow me on Instagram, the whole post that I made that started this whole catastrophe of his wanting to have manipulation control over me again, was over him slamming the door in my face and saying attitude to me. His girlfriend has been brainwashed to think that it was me that slammed that door that day, which is funny because I was sitting on the porch and I was nowhere near the door. I didn't even touch the door to close it at all. That was all him. So I feel really bad for her. Like, she's stuck in all this, and he is only telling her and showing her what he wants her to see, and he's putting on this huge front. Oh, also, crazy, I'm taking social media break, but I logged on this morning, sorry guys, to check my messages, and the first thing that popped up on my feed, this is freaking crazy, look at God. The first thing that popped up on my feed was a meme that says, a narcissist marries / and or dates someone who either they can control, who provides resources, or is good for their image. A narcissist then cheats on them with countless others as they seek an endless narcissistic supply. Now, if you've been following my show from the beginning or know me personally, literally my ex has been trying to get back together with me for quite some time now. And yeah, just as of recently when my daughter had hand, foot, and mouth, I had to put an end to it. Like, no more surprise gifts, no more randomly asking me to hang out, no more calling me in the middle of the night. Like, I'm not interested in you. And then also, this looks really bad on your for your girlfriend, because you guys have been dating for some months now. So it's like, why do you even want to be around me? I don't want to be with someone who's not even being faithful to their partner. Like, that looks really, really bad on you. Not to mention, when I met him, he was cheating on his current girlfriend with me, and I didn't know it. Then I found out, we stopped talking. And then when him and I got together seriously later, he was cheating on me, I think twice, 2 different times. And then now he's with this girl and he's still trying to cheat with me or potentially cheating with other women as well. So it's like, this poor girl literally has no idea what he's doing, what kind of person he is. And I just feel really, really sorry for her. And it sucks because I was that girl. I've been in her shoes and she's not going to listen to me. It's crazy because it's like, I always realize before the other girl does what's going on, and I try to warn them. And it's always the male's fault. I always blame the man. I always have sympathy for the girl because she's insecure. How she responded to the whole situation today, that girl that he's dating, his girlfriend right now, she's very insecure. And I've been there. So it's like, man, just because he's helping you out here and there, and he's helping your dad out, and her dad has a church, and he's a pastor, and you guys are going to church every Sunday. Like, do you know what it took for me to try and go to church every week when I first started going? Like, it was arguments on top of arguments. He didn't want me to go. He didn't want me to have faith. He didn't want me to believe in anything, because believing in anything outside of him was technically going to destroy him. And now, if I stop this podcast or I shut up or any of that, like, he's worried because all these people that he's built this reputation with, everything he's been doing is a lie. It's such a front. And he's convinced all these people around him that he's in charge, and he has them all under his thumb and making me seem like I'm the bad guy. But how come I have a solid group of people around me who are in support of me? And even when I feel guilty and have sympathy towards him, they're like, girl, no, you're not wrong. He's wrong. You have a big heart. You are the nicest person, sweetest person. Like, today, Kyle and I definitely made it to the birthday party, thank God. And my girlfriend of like 5 or 6 years now, like, literally had tears in her eyes, and I almost cried too. We don't see each other that often, but the fact that I've made such an impact on her life, or we have made such an impact on her life, and like she cared so much, just like shows that, like, man, even when I question it, why am I going through this? Maybe I deserve this. Like, maybe I'm actually an awful person because that's the way he makes me feel. It's not true. He's the one that's acting up and just wants me back under his control, and he's not going to know what to do probably for the rest of his life now that I've stepped away and I'm not allowing him to treat me the way I used to let him. Wow, it's already been 20 minutes. I swear when I don't script these, I could literally talk on here all night. But this is like my personal journal. So welcome to Sierra Unraveled if this is your first time. I need to go to bed. I'm really freaking tired. So on top of all of this happening today, I was still able to go to Home Depot because I've gone there like 4 or 5 times in the past week. In the past 2 days, I've ripped out my garden beds, planted new seeds, finished changing my exterior porch light on my house, cleaned my garage, organized some stuff. I finished mudding my entire living room and the hallway. I have a contractor coming out on Monday to replace my door. Like, I am over here killing it. Like, I literally, despite all this crap that's being thrown in my way in the meantime, like, there's a reason why I was put in this situation. God literally built me for this. And it's so freaking hard because I want to be nice to my ex. I do. And it sucks. He's such a huge factor in my life that I still feel like I can't do whatever I want. I feel like I'm trapped. I feel like I have to get approval by everything that I do. Like him asking me where I'm at, what I'm doing, and like I don't respond anymore. But the fact that he even is thinking that he can do those kinds of things and get that response on me, just like, it's so frustrating because I'm a very independent person. I always have been up until him. And it's like, give me a break, dude. Like, I'm really trying. I'm literally over here trying to set your daughter up to have the best life she could possibly have. And you're still treating me as if I'm nothing. You're still letting people disrespect me in front of you. How is that fair to me? And now your daughter's witnessing this as well. And I know she's too young, but this cannot go on forever. Honestly, you guys, like, if I need support, it's right now. Keep me in your freaking prayers. If you want me to start a vlogs, just really, I'm with it. Because I have a lot of fun most days. Like, even today, I still had a good day, despite all that crap going on. Like, I usually don't let that stuff get me down, but I can't just pretend like this stuff isn't going on in my life because it's not fair. It's not fair for you to think that you're going through this alone. Co-parenting is freaking hard, especially when you're with it's with someone who's toxic and doesn't want what's best for you and literally wants you to fail or make you feel like you're not worthy, or that they want you to lose your strength, lose your light, lose your guidance, lose your faith. And I'm not going to do that. You can't shake me, baby. Like, even yesterday, getting that text message, him telling me that he wants his girlfriend to watch my daughter when I'm home during the day. Like, first of all, that's a shot at me. I'm her mother. Why would you not want me to watch her? Should we go back to the court and have them pull up your voice recording evaluation the friend of the court did back in the beginning of all this mess when you were praising how much of a great mother I am? I have tons of text messages of you saying how great of a mother I am, how blessed Kyle is to have me as a mother. Like, I know I'm a good parent, so why are you trying to take me down like this? Why are you trying to take me off the game? Why are you trying to silence me? Why are you trying to control me? If you just treated me right and you weren't crazy, like acting up, changing your ways, trying to brainwash people like I said, and switch up to put on a scene for your friends so they can bow down to you even more than they already do because they probably think you're hot shit because you have your own business and you just bought a Cadillac and you just bought a freaking crotch rocket and you have this expensive truck and you rent a house and all this stuff and you're freaking 22 and you have no college degree. You don't even have your GED. Like, baby, get out of here. Nobody freaking cares because on the inside, look what you're doing to someone who takes care of another person that's an extension of you. You treat me like crap. You do. And it's not fair. It's not. Okay. I think I'm done rambling for the day. I need to relax, breathe. Glad I got all this off my chest. I have some journaling I need to do. I have some reading I need to do. I think part of the issue, not the issue, but why I'm struggling so hard with how I need to deal with this co-parenting situation is because, like, in my heart, I'm not trying to cause any problems. I want everything to be copacetic, but when you're with someone who might be far from Jesus and doesn't really have that much faith and is just putting on a fake faith front, ooh, I need to coin that. But
it makes it difficult for you to like accomplish the things that you're actually being called to do. So like, regardless of me starting this podcast, yeah, I'm trying to help you wherever you are stuck in your life. Think that your life might be horrible. Yeah, my life is crazy wild, but I know it also could always be worse. I could have so much less than I have. I've already been blessed with everything that's in front of me, and I don't take any of that for granted at all. I just feel like I need to just shine. I need to keep shining. I need to keep doing what I'm doing. I need to stay focused. I can't get riled up. Not once. There's only been one time in my daughter's 2 years of life that I've gotten worked up towards her dad and yelled at him and like shook my fist in his face. Once. And it was because he had been drinking. He fell asleep on the couch with her and she was a newborn. I'm sorry. As a mother, that's grounds for me to get really upset. But from that day, even though he was not really all the way there, he said, like, look how she's seeing you right now. And so that's something that stuck with me. And I haven't gotten worked up like that. Like, yeah, today we were arguing back and forth, but I'm not gonna lie, I rolled up the little window on them. Because I was like, honestly, I really don't have anything else to say to you guys. And I took a few deep breaths during me explaining myself, but I shouldn't even have to argue. I don't even want the confrontation. If he would have just apologized and said, Sierra, I shouldn't have said that last night. I shouldn't have threatened that she couldn't go to the birthday party. I also should have let you know that I was off today last night, not this morning when you're already on your way over here. And then here, you're switching it up on me. So how am I supposed to feel? How am I supposed to follow along? That's not fair to me. I would have had no problem. I would have drove away right then and there. I didn't want to sit in front of the house for 2 hours, wait for the police to show up. I didn't know they were going to take that long, or I would have been like, screw it. Or if you ever call and you need a non-emergency, find out what the ETA is before you park your butt right there. Because I would have went home, went to sleep, or I would have went straight to Home Depot a lot sooner and got done with my housework before the birthday party today. But, that's not how life goes. So, you just got to work with what you got. Anyways, I hope this episode helped you get through your day. If you thought you had a bad day, it could always be worse. It could always be worse. But I need to take my butt to bed because I have a long weekend of work ahead. So, as always, stop letting them unravel you because only you can unravel yourself.